All right, I want to make a video about counteracting lithium dosing. And I made one before. I'm sure some of you saw it, but it was deleted both from my camera and from my YouTube channel. So that's not a surprise because lithium dosing is pretty much the way that the military and through the military, the intelligence services poisons unpaid whistleblowers and unpaid veterans. And I'm going to go through a couple of, and this will be less rambling than my previous video about counteracting lithium. I'm going to go through the reasons why lithium is used as opposed to, medications or things like that, and how to combat it, how to counteract it. So the reasons, first of all, why lithium is used to poison the minds and the ongoing efforts of whistleblowers and unpaid veterans turned whistleblowers is because it lasts a long time and the half-life is 24 hours. So as lithium starts to hit you, you start getting very tired, very confused, foggy-headed, and you start basically getting depressed and hating life. So by the time you notice that you've been dosed with lithium, it will be maybe 2 to 4 to 6 hours later. Okay, I'm experiencing interruptions. For some reason, I'm the only one out here on this patio, and I've got a lot of someone approaching me right now, just asking me about why I'm filming and getting very violent with me. This is usual. This is usual. So, again, about lithium poisoning, lithium dosing for unpaid whistleblowers and veterans. The reason they use lithium is because it takes a long time to hit you. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day. By the time you notice it, and that they always serve my interest the more I point out tactics such as this, so it's very appreciative. I'm very appreciative of that. It's very much appreciated. Anyway, you start getting confused, as I am confused about why that just happened to me. You start getting confused and depressed and start hating life, and like I said, by the time you notice it, it's 4 to 6 hours later, and you're already depressed. And if you have something like a job interview scheduled or something like that, it'll interrupt your happiness, and it'll make you tired. It'll make you confused. But I want to go through some of the ways to counteract lithium dosing, lithium poisoning. It is directly counteracted by sodium. So if you carry pink Himalayan salt with you, you can mix it with warm water and drink it, and it will actually directly counteract the lithium. So sodium and lithium are directly counteractive with each other. Also, caffeine, coffee, that will speed up the actual manner of processing, the processing time that your body processes lithium with. So for a lot of whistleblowers, a lot of unpaid veterans, such as the whistleblower who caused trouble for the Trump administration, who doesn't pay their staff, and a lot of other, for example, outed CIA whistleblowers such as Valerie Plame and her husband. A lot of that poisoning over time, over years, will result in organ failure, as Valerie Plame's husband died of organ failure just about the day after all this whistleblower stuff came out, coincidentally. So those are the ways to, another way to counteract lithium. If you're getting it in your water, well, of course you can always use a spectroscopy, a spectrometer, if you can afford one, to directly tell if there is lithium in your food and in your water. However, if you don't have that luxury, if you don't have the money to afford that, you can just pour it in water and it floats. You can put it in water and it floats if you put lithium directly in water. So it'll float to the top. So in other words, if you have a cup of water, you can pour it off the top gradually, and it will, if there's any lithium in that water, it will pour off. Now, another reason why lithium is chosen is because it's cheap, it lasts a long time, it's extremely powerful. It's pretty much what they dosed Kurt Cobain with and other outspoken cultural rebels, people that don't like speaking out. It's pretty much what they got him and others to start getting depressed and hating life about. Kurt Cobain wrote a song called Lithium, and he was trying to point out their lithium dosing of him. Companies, large companies, Coca-Cola, large companies, any company, all companies will cooperate with the feds to poison their unpaid whistleblowers, and they will actually be able to put lithium in even a canned drink or any kind of product. They can put it directly from the factory, and if you are a whistleblower, if you're an unpaid veteran, you will go to get some food or a drink, and you will think that because it comes from a factory, it will be safe from lithium. But it won't be. It will be loaded with lithium, and what they do is they will have Intel members or cooperative slaves who work at those companies, and they will put that in the water and food, and they will be cooperative with the cover-up silencing efforts of whistleblowers and veterans that way. So therefore, you'll be constantly getting dosed with lithium, and you won't know it. Most people won't research it because they think that, which they're understandably in their thinking of this, that if they research it, it'll continue worse. But that's not where I go. I speak out. So when I started studying it, I learned all these processes to, pour it off the top of water, to combat it with coffee and with sodium. And the more I do that, the more I'm reacted to and spoken out against. And I just want to film the patio where I just got confronted, sort of really almost violently by someone I didn't know. And he was mad that I was taking up 2 tables, but I had simply just put my backpack on one and I was moving to the other, and he interrupted me. So it's, look, as you see, a completely empty patio. Completely empty. Completely empty. And this is the patio that I apparently was causing a problem by taking up. So that's what you'll encounter. And it's going to be, I guess, more and more, but the only problem is that people who do that are chicken shit bullshit losers. So, have a good day, everyone. This is Spencer Justice.